I auditioned, Dallas was like, hey, we're gonna cast you as Thaddeus. I was very honest about it. I was like, I've never heard of Thaddeus before. But after doing some research, knowing he was also St. Jude, I was like, okay, it's cool to have that responsibility. I feel an honor because it's given me a chance to give a voice to someone who's not as, seen. And it's given me a chance to kind of tell his story. And I think there is a strength we find in quiet faith.
Hey, it's Dave from The Morning Cruise. Welcome to Chosen Conversations. We sat down with several cast members and the creator of The Chosen at ChosenCon to chat about their experiences on the show and about Season 5. Today, we talked to Giavani Cairo. He plays Thaddeus on the show. We talked with him about how do you play one of the lesser-known apostles, how do you approach that. We talked to him about the fact that he's planning a wedding and how playing Thaddeus has impacted his own life. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this Chosen Conversation.
Give you the lay of the land. We are Dave, Bill, and Carmen. We do the Morning Cruise. We're a syndicated morning show. We cover Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and parts of Tennessee.
Love it.
And I have my mom here with me because my mom literally is the number one. I know y'all hear this a lot, but in our parts and from our vantage point, she is the number one Chosen fan. What? So if I had not brought her with me, I would have been written out of the will.
Well, we don't want that.
No, we do not want that. So she is here, and we told her she had to work for her trip. So we're going to let her lead off with the first question. Do you want to ask Giavani a question? One of your questions, or you want to tell him about a scene, or how do you want to start?
Well, nice to meet you, Mom.
Nice to meet you. I'm geeking out over here.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
We call her Mohair. There's a story behind it for another day,
Mohair.
so just call her Mohair.
I can't wait to hear the Mohair story.
Should I ask?
Sure, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm an open book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious.
Of course.
And it may be silly to start out with this, but who's the class clown on the set?
Jordan Walker Ross. It's little James.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding.
He will play pranks on you all day. He has done this prank with Austin, who plays Nathaniel on the show.
Yes.
And basically, he filled his dressing room with these little Christmas trees. And we're not talking about like, oh, here's a few of them. He filled them with probably 50 to 60 of these little trees.
Oh no.
And then I think those those hay kind of things that when you're going down a desert road and those hay things, tumbleweeds.
Kind of thing, yeah.
That's the right term for it. He found some of those I think when we were filming in Utah, and he started filling his dressing room with one of those too.
That's hilarious.
That's just one of the pranks.
Yeah.
I think we also me and him hid in Noah's dressing room and tried to scare him as he was coming in as well.
That would be my favorite one.
Jordan is so hilarious. And even in between takes and stuff like that, sometimes I always have to look at the script and be like, okay, Jordan tells me a line, I have to emotionally prepare because he's going to try to make me laugh. So it's
You find yourself not looking at him.
I have to emotionally, if I know he's going to say something to me, I got to think of something maybe not so joyful so I can balance it out a little bit.
So can I ask you about the accents? Because, and I don't know if people have before, and this wasn't on our script, but I mean, I do have to watch it with the things at the bottom. What do you call that? The subtitles at the bottom?
Yeah, I do that too.
But I mean, because obviously they didn't speak English, but so how did they tell y'all to talk? They said tell you to speak English, but with an accent.
Yes.
How did they say it?
So basically, when we all got cast in season 1, what they did was, Jonathan had shot something beforehand playing Jesus, and they're like, well, this is who's going to be playing Jesus. We kind of want you guys to replicate it, but you guys are from different areas as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be exactly to that, but kind of try to make it your own.
Yeah.
So we went based off that in the beginning, but they all set us up with a great dialect coach as well.
Okay.
And what we would do is literally just go down our script, go down our lines, and try to make it our own while saying our dialogue to get our specific accents down. I think once we were a couple seasons in, it was kind of okay, everyone has their own unique sound. And tried to stick it with that, but it was really cool.
After you've done, and We divided up the actors, and he's got you, and so, but I'm taking over.
Yeah, of course.
Do you ever,
Let's go with it.
I know. It's a typical day.
Typical day.
Yeah, it was great meeting you.
It was great meeting you. So do you ever, like, if you've had a day of shooting, do you ever like leave, run to Starbucks, and you still find yourself in that talking like that?
Oh my God! You know what? I do that at home. I think sometimes my fiance Bella is kind of like, you're not on set right today. but she's funny because she's Middle Eastern, so she'll just do it right back as well.
So that's so funny.
It's actually that happens quite a bit.
It does. That's
happens quite a bit.
You, Giavani, have done something really unique with Thaddeus because, I would guess that it's fun to play a part that's just big and larger than life. Thaddeus is quiet.
Yeah.
And Thaddeus is the one who kind of is in the background a lot. But with that, you've kind of been able to use that as an example. You've kind of been able to craft something unique there. So talk about that just a little bit. How has that impacted both you and the overall series?
Of course. I feel very honored when I auditioned for Simon, which is kind of like a 180 of Thaddeus, like in the very beginning before season 1. And that was fun to play. And then when Dallas was like, hey, we're going to cast you as Thaddeus, I was very honest about it. I was like, man, who is Thaddeus? Like, I've never heard of Thaddeus before. But after doing some research, knowing he was also St. Jude, I was like, okay, cool. It's cool to have that responsibility. But I feel an honor because it's given me a chance to give a voice to someone who's not as seen by a lot of people, and it's given me a chance to kind of tell his story. And I think there is a strength we find in quiet faith.
Oh, you play your role beautifully.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you for that. And I think even going back to season 5, there's a flashback to where you kind of know when you see how Thaddeus met Jesus and that there was some hesitation, some resistance, because he didn't feel like he really had much to give. And I know he didn't really think much of himself, and I think a lot of us have kind of been there at different times and different levels of our lives. I know I have. And I wanted to represent that the best I could, to where it's showing that Jesus has made us all in terms of we all do have something to give. And I wanted to portray his kind heart, and the writers wrote that beautifully, and I just tried to kind of lead with that as much as I could. So.
And you were the first disciple that Jesus called.
According to the chosen, according to the chosen.
That.
And it's been a joy to play. I'll forever be grateful to this team for letting me play him.
And that particular scene in season 5, you got to develop the character a little bit more.
Yeah.
So your character grows there. Does that something you work on? And you think, how am I going to play this differently than the way I played earlier seasons or scenes?
Yeah, as an artist, it's great because as you do want to see kind of like your character kind of go through this roller coaster, and throughout the show, you've seen Thaddeus be kind of this quiet, tender heart that's always so willing to follow and willing to trust. And then while reading the scripts for season 5 and that last episode, I was like, oh, it's so cool because now I get to go back and be like, he wasn't like that from the very beginning. He was very much, I don't kind of trust your word right from the get-go. What do you mean, like, we're going to build a kingdom, a fortress stronger than stone? What does that mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're talking to the right person here, because I know what I'm capable of and what I'm not capable of. And it really gave me a lot to work with when it came from starting at one place and ending to another, and showing people why he's so willing to follow Christ now.
So you grew up in the Detroit area, right?
I did, yes.
Are you a Lions fan? I'm sorry, of course I'm.
No.
Are you a Lions?
You're like, it's my turn now.
20 years.
Are you a Lions fan? Are you a football
Huge
fan?
Lions fan. I love the Lions. We had a very off season. I was
rooting for you. Once the Bucks were out, I was rooting for you.
Oh, you're a Bucks fan as well?
I'm a huge Bucks fan,
Well, I'm glad you got that Super Bowl with Brady a few years back. We're still waiting for our Super Bowl berth, and it's funny because my fiance is a Bears fan. So I was talking mad game like throughout the offseason,
we got
enjoy your playoffs. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl, and then it was the opposite. She's like, funny, are you gonna be rooting for me come playoff time?
So that's hilarious.
Yeah, we have a nice little rivalry.
Fiance on set, right?
Yes, well, basically, so she's a journalist, and she was working at a local ABC station.
That's
she
what
ended
I
up
read.
interviewing interviewing Dallas, our
That's what I
creator,
read, yep.
and that's how I saw her interview online.
You ended up interviewing her.
Exactly. She couldn't get me for the interview, so she got Dallas, and like exactly.
5 minutes. I interrupted your question.
That's for the best.
Oh, I don't know about that. She's the best. But thank you.
Come in, and I said, "Oh my gosh, there's this little girl."
Oh,
So
God
cute.
bless you. Like that we're in wedding planning mode right now, so
Oh,
that's
wow.
been
Isn't
exciting
that
for us.
fun?
It's been fun. It's been a
my.
checklist. I talked to Noah, who plays Andrew, because he had gotten married a few years back, and he was like, "If you guys need any suggestions or you need any help, just always game plan. It's going to be more than expected."
Yeah.
So there's more to think of, like the flower arrangements, the decoration. It's like things you don't think about.
It's like building a house or renovating. One
Exactly.
thing leads to another.
Exactly.
It never ends.
But you know what? When you love someone, it's like
Exactly.
it makes all those parts fun. So
And enjoying it. Just embrace the time.
we really are. We're enjoying
so
it. We
happy
can't
for
wait,
you.
and it'll be kind of a nice celebration once the season's over to do it.
All right,
So.
real quick, before we have our time runs out with
Yeah,
you,
of course.
just take us back to Detroit. You're a kid. You're in high school. You're in sports. You're doing all these things. Now you're sitting here playing a role in one of the most game-changing television phenomena that has existed. Could you have ever seen this coming? When you look back, what do you think?
Not at all. When I was early in high school, I wanted to be a baseball player. I wanted to play for the Tigers, and so or the Yankees. I love both those teams, but my baseball career got derailed because of an injury, and that's when I was very shy. And then, but I always loved telling stories, and I always loved film. So I could never, in my wildest imaginations, think of being here. And all I can put it up to is complete surrender. And when you do finally do that, Jonathan, who plays Jesus, has talked about it a lot. When you kind of give it to the Lord, you give it all up to Him and say, hey, whatever your will is, I'm going to trust that. And I try to do that the best I can now because of what He's given me. So He's given me, my to-be wife. He's given me a career. He's given me being able to be a small part of telling the greatest story ever told. And I will trust Him forever because of those things.
So good. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's been so nice talking to you.
Thank you guys. It's so nice meeting you.
It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you guys. And Ma, I hope you enjoy it.
You're a pretty girl. Y'all will have a good day now.
I definitely will. We definitely will. Thank you guys. God bless you.
Thanks for listening to this Chosen Conversation with Giavani Cairo. On the next episode, we will be talking to Jordan Walker-Ross, who plays Little James on The Chosen. And if you'd like to watch any of these episodes or see bonus content from Chosen Con, you can subscribe to the Joy FM's YouTube channel or follow us on social media at The Joy FM.